the first pick in the 2020 draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Joe Burrow.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Ace back in our video today, and today we got episode number 10 of Rebuilding Cincinnati, and we are going into week 11 in the 10th game of the season, of course, versus the Raiders, and I'm very excited for this one, because if you have not seen my video of Len Bowden, you know that I'm a huge fan of him, so for one, go check out that video. And yeah, as of right now, I'm actually wearing a UK shirt on, so I'm pretty hyped for this one, although I do want to win with the Bengals. But, like I said in the last video, huge game from defensively. At the very end there, Jesse Bates with a pick and a forced fumble off the block punt, and Brandon Wilson returns it, and 8 sacks versus Lamar. Huge game versus Lamar Jackson and the Ravens there, as we only held them to 6 points. You see Mackenzie Alexander, 10 tackles, 2 sacks there. I believe I showed it in the last video, but I just had to show it again. As Joe Mixon did get hurt, unfortunately. He's out for 5 weeks from now on. But I think we're going to start on Tate over John Ross right here, because he does get double X speed. And yeah, so we're going against Raiders, like I said before. Like I said, I'm hyped, so I will meet you guys right back once we are in that game after scouting some players and everything. So yeah, see you guys then. As we head into this game versus the Raiders in Oakland still, I believe. So yeah, unfortunately not in LA yet, so because you know Madden can't do that yet, at least in Madden 20. But Randy Bullock out to kick off, as they have, I believe this is Bowden back to return. I believe that's the number 33, which I know that's his number, so yeah, when Bowden, it's a kick return for them, it looks like, which I know he's in the top 10 for Rookie of the Year so far for offense. So yeah, it's Derek Carr out to the 25-yard line, hands off to Josh Jacobs, the first down running back here, which that will bring them out for a 2nd and 8 on a 2-yard carry out to the 28, as Derek Carr comes out under center, as he will drop back to pass and finds, I believe, Darren Waller over him. No, it's actually Nelson Aguilar for a first down there, as that will put Derek Carr over 2,000 passing yards on the season, as he will come out into 5 wide, as he'll stand at his own 31-yard line, and he will drop back to throw. And he will find his guy on the sideline. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. That is the rookie Henry Ruggs for a touchdown to start this game on, I believe, the 3rd play of the game, as that will make it 6-0, a minute and 11 into this game, and the kick is up and good, and that will make it 7-0 on 3 plays, as Phil Dawson is still in the lead as the Raiders kicker. So huge play from the Raiders there on their first drive. So Henry Ruggs with the burners. So yeah, as Darius Phillips brings us out of the end zone and gets a decent return from the end zone out to the 28-yard line, who is actually leading the NFL in return yards. I checked the stats before this game. So Darius Phillips is doing pretty well this season on the kick return, as Burrow hands a draw off to Bernard and gets a few yards up to the 34 on the 6-yard carry there. Strong first way for the Bengals there, as that will make it 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line, as he will yet again hand it off to Bernard, and that will make it a 3rd down and 7, I believe, as that will make it actually a 3rd down and 4, as that will be at the 33-yard line. I don't know where math went there, but whatever. Burrow in the gun, 3 receiver set, drops back to throw, and fires an incomplete pass into the ground, as he was, I believe, looking for AJ Green there. as that'll make it a 4th and 4 at the 33-yard line. Hubert stands at his own 19-yard line waiting to punt and gets it away, and that will be returned by, I believe, Lynn Bowden again. Actually, not staying on a shard this time, and he will bring it up to the 15-yard line. As this is a huge game for both sides, because this is basically a game breaker for each team, as they are both looking for the playoffs. As Carl Lawson drops Derek Carr at the 9-yard line for another sack from the Bengals, as Cincinnati has multiple players with 4+ sacks this season. One, Carl Lawson, DJ Reader, and I believe Geno Atkins all have 4+ sacks. So that is huge for the Bengals. But as Derek Carr hits his guy over to the 20-yard line, and Darren Waller, which that would be close to a first down, makes 3rd and 5, as Derek Carr will be in the gun at his own 15-yard line, and he will throw to Hunter Renfrow, who gets the completion, and he will get it past 25 to the 28-yard line on a first down catch and run from Hunter Renfrow, as Derek Carr will come under center here. 2 receivers set. Jacobs in the backfield will hand it off to Jacobs and has it hole up in the middle, but Josh Bynes, actually Trey Wayne's there, will actually make the tackle there, and that will make it a 2nd and 7. As Derek Carr will be under center, fullback in the backfield, hands off to Jacobs, and he will power his way through Carlos Dunlap there and gets it up to a 3rd and 3 at the 35-yard line, as Derek Carr will come under center. 2 receivers set. Jacobs in the backfield, as he will motion his guy on his right side to go play action to Jacobs, and under pressure, and he will find his guy Nelson Aguilar, who was down after the play, as Trey Waynes made the tackle there. And as what I was saying before, this is a huge game because, like I said, both teams need a win here to stay in the playoff race. And Jesse Bates, who I was talking about a lot last game, he had a huge game, had a star development trait upgrade potentially this game if they hold him to less than 150 yards passing, or 2 big plus runs or plays from Jesse Bates, as Jacobs gets a lot of running room there and gets up to the 36-yard line of Cincinnati for a first down run a huge gain there on a first down run, as Derek Carr will come out under center. Jacobs in the backfield, 3 tight ends to his right, takes a snap, goes play action, has all day to throw, fires it to his left, and finds Darren Waller wide open to the 15-yard line, as that one being in the red zone. 6-6, 122 yards for Derek Carr already, who was just lightening up this Bengals defense. Cincinnati had a great game defensively last week, and I don't know where they're at this game, though, so far. But they will hand it off to Jacobs once again, and he will get up to 30 yards on a day, averaging 6 yards a carry now on 5 attempts. And that will make it a 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line. That's Derek Carr, fullback in the backfield, under center. 2 receivers set. Jacobs in the backfield, drops back to throw. Derek Carr looks out to his right, has all day to throw, and he will throw it away eventually on his first incompletion, as he was heavily under pressure there, nearly sacked. But he will come out 3rd and 9, bunch to his right in the gun, and he will be sacked, and it'll be a fumble, and it will be picked up by Derek Carr, unfortunately for the Bengals, as they had 2 or 3 guys here, as DJ Reader actually made the sack there, and Geno Atkins, I believe, was there as well. Actually, Geno Atkins made first contact there, but unfortunately they could not recover the fumble, as Derek Carr was the first one to it, and that will bring out Oakland for a field goal here, and it is up and good by Phil Dawson, and that will make it a 2-possession game, 10-0. Oakland, with just less than 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter, in the first quarter, I should say, as Dawson is out to kick off to Darius Phillips, who waits in the end zone, and he will take in the end zone, which will bring Cincinnati out to the 25-yard line, as that will make it 1st and 10 for Joe Burrow and the company, as they will come out under center. Trey Hopkins, Bernard in the backfield, 2 receivers set, AJ to his left, 2 tight ends set, drops back to throw, and he will find his guy in Bernard over the middle for about a 2-yard play there, up to the 27-yard line, and now make it 2nd and 8, as Burrow will come out less than 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Under center is Joe Burrow. Bunch to his left, drops back to throw, fires over the middle, and he finds his guy in AJ Green, and that will be a first down for the Cincinnati Bengals as they will get past the, I believe, 30-yard line, actually the 35-yard line, and that will make it first and 10 at the 36 as Joe Burrow comes out in the gun, stands at his own 30-yard line, and hands off to Bernard, and he goes nowhere as he only gains about a yard or two there, and now will make it 2nd and 9 from the 37-yard line as Burrow will be under center of Trey Hopkins and drops back and hands off to Bernard, and he will have a hole right up the middle for a first down carry there, and that will bring it up to 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line as that will bring us under a minute left to go in the first quarter, and Burrow will come out at the 42-yard line, and he drops back to throw over to his right, finds AJ Green and gets it past midfield at the 44-yard line, makes it 2nd and 1 on that catch and run by AJ Green past midfield. Now Burrow under center, T. Higgins in the slot, drops back and hands it off to, I believe, Samaje Perine for his first carry in a while, and that will make it a 1st and 10 pass at the 40-yard line at the 38-yard line as we will go into the second quarter as we end the first quarter of action here in Oakland as the score is 0-10. Oakland up 10-0. And after the crazy Henry Ruggs play on the third play of the game, as Cincinnati passed midfield at the 38-yard line, Burrow under center, Bernard in the backfield, drops back to throw, fires over in the middle to Drew Sample, gets it out to the 37 on a 1-yard catch and run by Drew Sample there, makes it 2nd and 9 on the first play of the second quarter as he goes 3 receivers set, AJ in the slot, finds AJ past the 30-yard line out to the 27-yard line, and that will give the Bengals a first down and 10 at the 27-yard line as that will make it 1st and 10. Burrow stands at Oakland's 32-yard line, bunch to his left in the gun, drops back to throw over the middle to Uzama, gets it to the 20-yard line, it looks like, and that will make it a 2nd and 3 on the 7-yard catch and run by Uzama there as Burrow under center, Bernard in the backfield, 2 receivers set as he will await the snap from Trey Hopkins, motions Boyd over to his right and drops back, and he tosses out to Bernard, spin move from Bernard, and he will get past the 20 out to the 16-yard line, which that will give them a first down and 10 from the 16 in red zone. Now Burrow in the gun and 3 receivers set, drops back to throw, finds Boyd over on the sideline, and he will get about 5 or 6 yards or 6 or 7 yards there, makes it 2nd and 3 as Burrow will come out under center, Bernard in the backfield, motions Auden Tate, who gets the carry, and he may score as he is just short of the goal line as he will be stopped at the 1-yard line, as that will be an 8-yard carry for Auden Tate there, as that'll make it 1st and goal from the 1 Cincinnati ball as Burrow is under center. As he will hand off to Samaje Perine, who gets nowhere, stuffed in the backfield, and makes it 2nd and goal from the 30-yard line, as that will push them back 2 yards there, as Burrow will come out in the goal line and go play action and throws the ball, and it will be swatted away by Oakland there, I believe Jamal Agnew there, as they will come out in the same formation and do the same thing yet again, and he's sacked and he fumbles the ball, and it will be recovered by Oakland, and they will be on the races, as I believe that is Carl Joseph, as he will be caught barely by Ethan Carter, unfortunately, for the Bengals, but that is actually Corey Littleton. But, so turnover by Cincinnati, unfortunate, as Auden Tate could have scored on that one play, but was stopped short on the 1-yard line, and they end up turning the ball over, as Derek Carr under pressure and finds Darren Waller on the sideline to the 5-yard line. What an impressive play. Actually, Tyrell Williams there. What an impressive play there by the Raiders there. So, Derek Carr under pressure, nearly sacked there, as they will come up 1st and goal from the 5, and Derek Carr drops it back to throw, and it will be incomplete, as that was tipped off of Jason Witten's face mask and nearly picked off by the Bengals there, as that will make a 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Derek Carr under center, fullback in the game, drops back and tosses out to Jacobs out to the right, and he will be stopped short of anything there as Von Bell is all over him in the backfield at the 7-yard line. Makes it 3rd and goal. 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Derek Carr in the gun and drops back to throw. Has some time, and he's sacked yet again by Geno Atkins for his 2nd sack of the game. As that'll make it 4th and goal from the 15-yard line for Geno Atkins' 5th sack of this game, of the season, I should say. As Phil Dawson out to kick the field goal, and that'll be a 32-yard field goal, which is up and good, and that'll be 13-0 Raiders. As Derek Carr has been on fire this game so far, although that was all dependent on Corey Lutton's first fumble and recovery there. As Darius Phillips returns the kickoff here, and he fumbles, and it was picked up by the rookie Akeem Davis-Gaither, luckily for Cincinnati there, as Darius Phillips fumbled for his first time this season. As that could have been a near disaster, as nothing seems to go right for the Bengals here so far, as they will hand it off to Bernard, and he will go backwards, but he breaks a free, and he will get actually a couple yards there on the spin move there. In a lucky turn of events there for Bernard, he could have really went backwards there, but that'll make it 2nd and 9 from the 22-yard line on the 1-yard carry from that, as he will toss it right back to Bernard, and he's got some running room, and he will get down past the 30, at the 30 actually, and he will gain about 7 yards there and makes it 3rd and 2 from the 30-yard line. Burrow under center, Bernard in the backfield, drops back to throw, and that will be swatted down by the Raiders, as Burrow is yet to throw over 50 yards now and is near halftime already, and that will be 4th and 2 for Cincinnati, as they are still down 2 scores, 13-0, as Huber out to punt, and he will get it away, angled towards the right side of the field, and he gets inside the 5, and what a punt from Huber, as he leads the league in down punts inside the 20, with now 13 with that one, as that'll be inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, as they do have a safety on the air from DJ Reader against the 49ers, which they did lose that game, but they do find Darren Waller here up to the 12-yard line, as that will put them over 150 yards passing, and unfortunately for Jesse Bates, that will not get him his development trait so far, so he needs 2 big plays from himself now to get his upgraded development trait. But they hand it off to Jacobs, who gets a nice juke move off there and gets past the 20 out to the 21-yard line, and now make it 1st and 10 Raiders. 2.5 minutes left to go before halftime. 21-yard line Carr under center of Rodney Hudson, fullback in the game, and Alec Ingold drops back to throw, and that will be contested and caught by Nelson Aguilar, who is back in the game after being injured on the last drive, as that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Raiders up 13-0 in Oakland, as that will make it 2nd and 4 from the 26-yard line, as Derek Carr sits back at his own 20-yard line in the gun, 3 receiver set, hands off to, I believe, Lynn Bowden here, so he gets his first carry, as he'll get a couple yards there, and that will make it 3rd and 2 with 1:40 left to go. Hurry up offense, Derek Carr in the gun, and 3 receiver set, drops back to throw, blitz by Cincinnati, and it will be caught by the slot receiver, Hunter Renfro, as that'll give them a first down due to Raiders, and that will make it 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line, as Derek Carr stands at his own 33-yard line, and he motions his running back out to his left, out to his right, I should say, and he will go 5 wide, drops back to throw, and he will find his guy, and Darren Waller breaks the tackle, and he will get it out to the 44-yard line, and now Darren Waller is down after Nelson Aguilar was out before. Now a key contributor for Raiders is out now yet again, so Derek Carr, 2nd and 4, drops back to throw, and he will throw it away as he was under pressure there from Carlos Dunlap there, as that'll make it 3rd and 4, under a minute left to go in the game, or in the second half, at the 44-yard line. Derek Carr in the gun, drops back, and he will hand it off on the draw out to Lynn Bowden, who gets his 2nd carry, and now will bring us up to 4th and 2 for the Raiders here, as that will make it 4th and 2 at the 47-yard line. 53 seconds left in the half, as Johnny Townsend will punt it away towards the sideline, and that will be out of bounds at the 23-yard line with 49 seconds left to go, as Cincinnati looks to get something before halftime, as Burrow and company on offense will come back out here at the 23-yard line, as you come out in a 3 receiver set. Bernard in the backfield under center as Burrow drops back to throw, and he will sit and find his guy in Bernard past the 25, out close to the 26-yard line, as that'll make it 2nd and 8 from the 25. Burrow under center. He'll take the snap and actually hand it off to, I believe, Bernard here. So as the Raiders will call their second timeout of the half. Now we get make it 3rd and 6 at the 27-yard line, as Burrow will take the snap and he will look and he will find his guy in Bernard over the middle, but he will be well short of that first down marker, as that will make it 4th and 3 from the 31-yard line, as Huber stands at his own 17-yard line awaiting the snap, and he punts it away and he will get it out to Richard, but it will bounce into the end zone. Unfortunately, cannot get another punt inside the 20, but that'll give the Raiders the ball with 26 seconds left. No timeouts at the 20-yard line. Looks like they might just run this clock out, barring a big run here, as Jacobs gets the ball and he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 7, and it looks like they'll bring this to halftime with 6 seconds left to go, as they do not look like they may snap the ball. Actually, they do. They hand it off to Jacobs, who gets past the 25 out to the 26-yard line. And that will bring us to halftime finally, as Cincinnati is down 13-0 at the start of the third quarter, as they do get the ball after half, and Phil Dawson out to kick off to Darius Phillips in the end zone, who will take a knee. And Cincinnati needs something here, as Derek Carr has just been lighting their defense up. Almost 200 yards passing from the first half, so Joe Burrow in the gun, stands at his own 20-yard line, goes play action to Bernard, and almost pick 6 by the Raiders defense there, as that was just swatted away, as that really could have been a pick 6 there. Very dangerous pass, but Burrow out to throw again, throws a screen pass out to Bernard, who gets nowhere and loses 3 yards there, and makes it 3rd and 13 from the 22-yard line, as the Bengals on offense cannot get anything going here, as they've had one possession that went somewhere, in which they turned the ball over in the red zone from the fumble. But he finds A.J. Green, who is just short of that first down marker, and now make it a 4th and 1 at the 34-yard line. As A.J. Green, well, he could have picked up the first down there, but tried to do a little bit extra and the juke moves there. But Hubert at his own 20 punts it away from the 34, and he will get it out to the 19-yard line, as Richard there on a 0-yard punt return there. So I'll bring the Raiders out 1st and 10. Alec Ingold in the fullback for the Raiders at the 19-yard line. Derek Carr under center. Runs a draw play to Jacobs here out to the 21-yard line, actually 22-yard line, and that will make it a 2nd and 7 on a 3-yard carry. As Derek Carr comes back out under center, Ingold in the game for the fullback, and he will hand it off yet again to Jacobs, as DJ Reader makes the tackle there. And that will make it a 3rd and 5 for the Raiders, as that will bring us up to the 24-yard line. Derek Carr at his own 18-yard line will take the snap, drops back to throw, fires out to his left, and he will find his guy in Henry Ruggs yet again, and he is 7 yards away from 200 yards passing in this game, as Henry Ruggs on his second catch, as his first one for a touchdown from his speed. So Derek Carr in the gun at the 44-yard line, bunch to his right, 1st and 10, drops back to throw, fires over the middle, and almost intercepted yet again by Josh Bynes. That could have been a pick 6, as that will make it 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. Derek Carr in the 5 wide, stands at his own 39-yard line, as he will be stopped short of the first down marker, as he fires over to Jason Went over the middle, and that will make it 3rd and 1 at the 48-yard line of Cincinnati territory, as that will bring us up. Derek Carr under center, again Gold in the game, drops back to throw, play action, and he will just get that marker, or pass that marker, and Josh Jacobs, I believe, and that will give them the first down at the 43-yard line, as that will put Derek Carr under center here at the 43-yard line of Cincinnati territory. We'll hand it off to Jacobs, who's got a hole, and he will try to spin Brandon Wilson out, but he ends up making the tackle there, as Jacobs is now over 53 yards passing now. That will make it 2nd and 5 from the 38-yard line. Derek Carr in the 5 wide, drops back, throw over to Jason Witten, who makes the tackle right at, or makes the catch right at that marker, and they will give him the first down at the 33-yard line. As Derek Carr comes out under center here, at the 33 and drops back to throw, and he will be under pressure, and he will get it out to Nelson Aguilar, who yet again makes a contested catch there for a first down play there for the catch and run by Nelson Aguilar, as Derek Carr comes out under center at the 21-yard line, motions Tyrell Williams to his left, and drops back to throw, and he will find his guy in Foster Morrell, I believe, out to the 10-yard line. That will be basically a first and goal out here for the Raiders now at the 10-yard line. So I'll put Derek Carr under center, Alec Ingold in the game. To the left of Derek Carr, and he will be sacked by Jesse Bates, who looks like he could come alive here late in the game. As like I said, he needs 2 big plays. That's one of them. So that will make it second and goal from the 18-yard line. Derek Carr in the 5 wide stands at Cincinnati's 23-yard line, drops back to throw, and Josh Bynes yet again, who I believe now leads the team in pass deflections now after that one. That'll make it third and goal at the 18-yard line. Derek Carr yet again in the 5 wide, 4 receivers to his left, drops back to throw, and he will fire out to his left, and he will fire for a touchdown out to Henry Ruggs for his second catch, or his second touchdown of this game, in the corner in the end zone. That'll make it 19-0, pending 2-point conversion try by the Raiders here, as Derek Carr will come out under center, look to like they might run the ball here. Actually, they play action, and Carl Lawson gets the sack back at the 10-yard line. And so that'll be a 19-0 lead for the Raiders now. 3:43 left to go in the third quarter for the Raiders, as it looks like they'll get it away to Darius Phillips in the end zone, who takes the knee. And now will bring us up to first 10 at the 25-yard line, as that'll put the Raider, Joe Burrow, my bad, at the 19-yard line here. First and 10. He will await the snap from Trey Hopkins, gets the snap, drops back, and hands it off to Bernard here, who does not break a tackle there and gets it out to the 29-yard line, which makes it second and 6, as nearing 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Burrow drops back to throw in a bunch, finds his guy Bernard, breaks some ankles, but does not get anywhere but past the 30-yard line at the 31-yard line. Makes it 3rd and 4 on a 2-yard catch and run by Bernard there, as that will bring us up to Burrow in the gun, bunch to his left, and he somehow finds his guy in Bernard. Looks like that could have been picked off there, but he will find a first down out of Bernard there on the catch and run out to the 41-yard line, as Bernard now has 6 catches for 16 yards now, as that will bring us to Burrow in the gun. 3 receivers set, drops back and finds or hands the ball to Rodney Anderson for a first down carry there, as that brings us up to 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line, as Burrow will come out under center and drops back to throw, and he will find his guy Cesar Uzama, who cannot outrace Kwiatkowski there, as they sign out phrases from the Bears. As I'm going to get 3rd and 4 at the 46-yard line of the Raiders, or of the Bengals, I should say, as he finds Uzama, who is just short of that first down marker yet again. Now it'll bring us up to another 4th and 1, as Kwiatkowski makes yet another game-saving tackle there. So Huber out the punt from the 35, gets it away towards the sideline, and brings it out, or brings Raiders out to the 13-yard line. Does Huber, and yet again another punt inside the 20, which Huber is having a career year this year. As you see Derek Carr and the Raiders come back out here with 10.5 minutes left to go in the game. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Carr under center and drops, and actually Jacobs breaks a couple tackles, and he will get about 5 yards on the handoff. So that'll make it 2nd and 5, as it looks like the Raiders may take this to the third quarter unless they want to snap this ball, in which they will, as Derek Carr drops back to throw, and he will get his running back out of backfield, who will be clotheslined by Von Bell there, as that will be Lynn Bowden's, I believe, his 3rd catch this game, or 3rd touch this game, I should say, as Lynn Bowden has not really done anything this game, unfortunately, but that will make it 3rd and 5 from the 18-yard line of their own territory, as he motions his fullback out to his left, and he will take the snap from Rodney Hudson and hand it off to Jacobs, who's got a lot of room, and Jesse Bates makes the tackle there, as that will bring us up to 1st and 10 for the Raiders makes it first and 10 at the 26-yard line as Derek Carr under center. Fullback in the game, Rodney Hudson snapped the ball to Derek Carr as he would take the snap and hand it off to Jacobs here, and Jesse Bates will yet again make another tackle here, as that will bring us under 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter here. 2nd and 8. Derek Carr under center, fullback in the game yet again, drops back and hands it off to Jacobs, who is stopped immediately by Carl Lawson, as Jacobs is stopped short of the first down marker. Makes it 3rd and long for the Raiders. 3rd and 10. Derek Carr at the 27-yard line stands to his own 22 in the 5 wide. Awaits the snap from Rodney Hudson. Drops back to throw, and he will fire out to his right, and he will find Hunter Renfrow, and he will be well short of that first down marker. As that'll make it 4th and 7 for the Raiders, as they will punt the ball from Johnny Townsend here, who awaits the snap at the 15-yard line of his own territory, who gets the ball off, and he will find Giovanni Bernard back at the 18-yard line, as Cincinnati will come out 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line, with Burrow and company looking to have a comeback bid on the Raiders here, as Burrow will come back at his own 13-yard line, looks to throw, and he has all day to throw and fires out to his left, and he throws a pick, and that will be, I believe, Devin Lawson for the pick, and that will put the Raiders past midfield at the 40-yard line in great field position to start this drive, up 19-0. That may have sealed this game for the Raiders, unless a miracle happens for Cincinnati, as that was a double covered AJ Green he was intending that ball for. And that will be a huge rookie mistake there for Burrow, as he will come out here at the 40-yard line. Carr on the center, drops back and hands it off to Jacobs here, and there is a flag on the field, first time this game I believe, and there will be a holding call versus the Raiders, as I'll bring them back up past the 45-yard line, I should say, out to the 48, 1st and 18 for the Raiders. Nearing 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Derek Carr hands it off to Jacobs, who gets past the 47. So that'll make it 2nd and 17. Derek Carr will come out in the 5 wide, standing at his own 48-yard line, and he will drop, and he looks like he's going to throw it, but Geno Atkins comes in there for the 3rd time this game, and that will put him in the zone for his 3rd sack this game. As Derek Carr, 3rd and 22, 1 receiver set, fullback in the game, 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, as he will drop back to throw, and he will fire over the middle, and he will find his guy Tyrell Williams, but he will be well short of that first down marker. As that brings us up to 4th and 12 at the 43-yard line, as the rookie Davis Gator makes the tackle there, as Johnny Townsend at his own 43-yard line punts the ball away, and he will get it out of bounds at the 18-yard line, as he will bring the Cincinnati offense out 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line, as Burrow and company will come out in the gun. Bernard to his right. Burrow stands at his own 13-yard line. Drops back to throw, and he will fire over the middle to T. Higgins, who has not made a catch in this game until now, as Burrow's yet to throw over 100 yards now. As Burrow will come out in the gun, stands at his own 25-yard line. Bernard to his left. Drops back to throw, fires over the middle, and it will be picked off yet again by number 23 of the Raiders, who is Demarius Randall, who yet again puts the Raiders past the 40-yard line of Cincinnati territory, and that will definitely seal this game up for the Raiders, as it looks like they could post a shutout here versus the Bengals here, as Derek Carr hands off to Jacobs, who gets out to the 30-yard line, as that will put them 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line. Derek Carr under center, 4.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, and Derek Carr under center. Rodney Hudson will drop back and hand it off to Jacobs here, and there's a flag on the field, and it looks like that could be a face mask, as it will be, as that will pretty much end the game, as they can pretty much run this clock out. And yeah, so that'll make the 1st 10 Raiders at the 19-yard line in the red zone. Now Derek Carr under center, 2 receivers set, will motion his guy Nelson Aguilar to his right, and drops back to throw actually, and he will have all day, and he will find his guy Jason Witten, the veteran, at the 8-yard line. Makes it 1st and goal Raiders, and yeah, that will make it 1st and goal at under 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, As he will drop back to throw as Derek Carr. And he will find yet again Jason Witten, who brings it out to the 1 yard line. As that will make it 2nd and goal at the 1. As Derek Carr will come out under center in the goal line formation. As he will have an extra lineman in at tight end here. As he will actually get play action here. And he will find his guy, Foster Morale, for a touchdown here. As that will make it a 25-0 game, pending the extra point by Dawson here. As the kick is up and good, and now make it 26-0. As it looks like Raiders could post a shutout here versus Cincinnati with 3:13 left to go. And it looks like the Raiders will pull this one out as they will go to 5-3-2, I believe. As Darius Phillips returns his kick and gets it past the 30-yard line out to the 33-yard line. So, like I said before, great year from Darius Phillips. Great special teams unit from Cincinnati. They have a block punt and multiple punts inside the 20 and the 5 and the 10-yard line from Kevin Huber. And a great kickoff team, both sides. So as we come out, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line, Burrow fires deep, and he will be incomplete as he was looking for Bernard over the middle, deep over the middle. And that was nearly intercepted by the Raiders defense yet again for the 3rd straight time there almost. As I'll make it 2nd and 10. Burrow drops back to throw, finds his guy Bernard over to the right side and gets about 3 yards there. And that'll make it 3rd and 7 at the 36-yard line. As that will bring us 2.5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. As Burrow stands at his own 30, drops back to throw, has some time, and finds his guy Tyler Boyd out near midfield, out to the 49-yard line of their own territory. Now make it 1st and 10 with nearing the 2-minute warning. So Burrow at his own 43 on, takes a snap right before the 2-minute warning, and he will have some time, and he will find his guy Bernard yet again and gets it out past midfield, and that'll make it 2nd and I believe 6 here at the 47-yard line of Raiders territory. And I believe that'll be the 2nd time of this entire game they are in Raiders territory. That's the 1st time they turned the ball over on a fumble, as he will find his guy Cesar Uzomah out to the 46-yard line, and that'll make it 3rd and 5 Bengals, as they look to score and not let the Raiders post a shot against them. As Burrow will find nobody over on the left side deep, as he was trying to find Tyler Boyd, I believe, and he will be incomplete there. As he dropped the ball there. And they are actually going to punt here from Kevin Huber at the 40-yard line, and he will get it away. It looks like he will get it out at the 22-yard line on the sideline. Very surprising there, as Cincinnati did not go for it there, but looks like the Raiders are definitely going to pull this one out now. As like I said, they go 5-3-2 now, and the Bengals will go into 4-6 now on the year. And as the Raiders will just run this clock out, as the Bengals will not call their timeouts, and Derek Carr under center here, awaits the snap, and will hand it off to Jacobs, who is taken down by Carlos Dunlap there for a loss. And now make it 3rd and 9 at the 22-yard line, as Derek Carr under center, 3 receiver sets, Jacobs in the backfield, Rodney Hudson to give the snap to Derek Carr, and Derek Carr will yet again hand it off to Jacobs, and he will be stopped short, as that will bring us pretty much to the end of the game, as that will make it 4th and 4, as yes, indeed, that will close out this game. And the first time this season the Bengals have been shut out, as Burrow did not have the best game, as he threw 71% on 28 attempts, 20 completions, but had no touchdowns, and he had 2 interceptions, and his longest pass was 13 yards, which is his career low so far, I believe. So Derek Carr, 24-29, incredible game, especially in that first half. 284, 82%, 3 touchdowns, no picks. And it's for Josh Jacobs, 77 yards on the day on 22 attempts. Gio Bernard, 9 for 35. Nolan Tate could have had that touchdown score, but was stopped short on the 1-yard line. And my man, Lynn Bowden, 2 for 5 there. And Samaje Perine, 2 for 4. And Ronnie Anderson, 1 for 1. So, and Henry Ruggs, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. That third play of the game, huge play for the Raiders. Pretty much gave them all the momentum they needed to pull this one out, as Darren Waller was also their second leading receiver for the Raiders, and Cincinnati's leading receiver was A.J. Green at 39 yards. And Giovanni Bernard had 8 receptions for 22 yards, which is not good at all for the Bengals. But, yeah, so as Foster Moreau had the third touchdown from Derek Carr, as Tyler Boyd had 2 drops, as well as Giovanni Bernard had 1. And longest reception for the Bengals was from Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins, both with 13 yards. As Henry Rose had a 64-yard bomb at the beginning of the game with that speed. As the Raiders had multiple sacks led up, as the Bengals, I don't think, had a sack from the offense. But Nick Kwiatkowski, or Kowski, however you pronounce his name, got 10 tackles and 1 TFL here. Leading tackler for the Raiders here, as Carl Lawson had 2 TFLs. Geno Atkins had 3 sacks. Jesse Bates had a sack. Max Crosby, Carl Lawson all had sacks, as Demarius Randall and Nevin Lawson all had 1 interception, and Josh Bryant and Reggie Randall both had 2 pass deflections. Max Crosby, Jonathan Abram, and Geno Atkins all had forced fumbles, and Akeem Davis-Gaither and Corey Littleton both had recoveries, and Corey Littleton went 61 yards, almost scored, but unfortunately for him, Stephen Carter caught up to him, and later that drive, Derek Carr would throw a touchdown to, I believe, Foster Moreau. And, yeah, so unfortunate for the Bengals, they get shut out. And this one, not very good offense in this one. But, yeah, they just could not stop Derek Carr, nor can they score on offense. So they will go to 4-6 as the Raiders will go to 5-3-2, as I said before. As Jesse Bates did not get his dove trait upgraded, so that is unfortunate, but there's always a next time, as we will send to next week versus the Steelers in week 12, as they are 5-5 on the year, as we're still only 2 games behind the Ravens and the Browns, so it's still a winnable division. We could go 9-7, make the wild card. We could go 10-6 and win the division. Who knows at this point? But we need to win at least 4 more games to even have a chance to make the playoffs. So, out of the last 6 games that we have. So, yeah, I guess that will bring us to the end of this video. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe as always. And, yeah, Ace is out. Peace.